7 games in a row. Hard to put that behind you and just focus on the task at hand when you get out there.
I mean, that's just baseball, really. You can't look at all the games you lost. There's 162 games for a reason, and I mean, you just got to take it one game at a time.
All right, Gavin, thanks a lot for coming by. Always a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
That's Gavin Williams, Guardian starting pitcher, who's starting to get it locked in and rolling nicely. Stay with us. We'll have more to come after this timeout.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Are you an annoying know-it-all? Answering questions no one asked of you? Do people often ask you, how do you sleep at night? Then you should go to Mattress Firm. They have knowledgeable sleep experts specifically trained to help match you with the right mattress, so anyone, even people like you, can sleep. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
You give your whole heart to your child. So if something unthinkable happened to theirs, whose hands would you trust to care for it? Hands like ours at Cleveland Clinic Children's, Northeast Ohio's nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital. The hands that specialize in pediatric heart care. So when their heart needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
So it's 1-2 on the big DH today, Trevor Larnach. Bibby's ready. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a slider, and Bibby works out of it. Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. We're at Progressive Field tonight. The Guardians and Cubs kicking off a 3-game series on a beautiful night for baseball as we welcome you back into the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Time for the New Wave Energy Hot Player of the Weekend, and we're going with 2 hot players as the pitching tandem of Gavin Williams on Saturday night and Tanner Bibee yesterday afternoon got the Guardians back in the win column. They went a long way toward that, with Williams pitching 6 innings of 1-run baseball Saturday night. Bibee 5 2/3 of 1-run baseball yesterday. Both wins that helped snap the 7-game losing skid, and they have the Guardians rolling once again after a split of the series against the Twins. And for their efforts, Bibee and Williams are New Wave Energy Hot Players of the Weekend, presented by New Wave Energy, Cleveland and Progressive Fields, natural gas provider. If you want to check it out for the best rates possible, go to newwaveenergy.com. Stay with us. We'll have more to come after this on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Giorgio's Pizza, locally owned and operated for nearly 25 years, serves up the best pies in the CLE. For all fans who check in at today's game using the MLB Ballpark app, if the Guardians score the first run, you get a free order of breadsticks with any online order. Giorgio's Pizza, locally owned, Cleveland proud.
Who says barbecue season is only in the summer? With all the variety Eckrich has to offer, you can enjoy your favorites all year round. With the best hot dogs and sausages, all under $200.
Skeens making his 11th start. There we go. Finishes him off. And there he goes. He's got 9. He strikes out his 10th batter of the game behind the left field. And that is 5 for Paul Skeens. He's got another. That's 11 strikeouts.
Swinging a bouncer on to third. Hayes gloves, throw to first, got him. 7 no-hit innings for Paul Skeens in Milwaukee.
Ohtani with a man aboard and one away.
Smashes this ball. Forget about it. Marte doesn't even move. It's gone. 2-0 LA.
The 176th of Ohtani's career. He stands alone for Japanese-born sluggers. 176 Major League home runs, passing Hideki Matsui.
His teammates know how special that was for him.
Neal takes off, and this one towering high in the air toward right center. Ciani as far as he can go, and the wall won't get it. Devers has homered in his 5th straight game. So Devers ties a franchise record with a homer in his 5th consecutive game for the Red Sox. His hitting streak will be extended to 9 games. Holy moly.
How long does this go? When with a kid like this, you just never know.
Corbin, fly ball, right field, it's gone, and they walk it off. They were down 6-0, and they win it 9-8. His first ever walk-off home run. Wow!
It doesn't get any better than this. Corbin Carroll, of all guys, he gets a split finger up in the zone and hammers it out of here.
With any kind of panic or any kind of he had the same demeanor as he does on every single pitch. And right when he punched the guy out, you just felt good about the end of the rest of the game.
Isn't it something, though? Bases were loaded. He'd been about 97, 98 with the cutter. Bases loaded, nobody out. 101, 101.5.
Yeah, I guess, maybe we wouldn't have been as nervous watching if we could throw 102 with cut, but he's incredible. What he's doing this year, what he's done this year, and what he means to our team. You can't put a price on that.
Look, you know better than anybody how important the bullpen is. You've had to go to it a lot. And a lot of times you've made changes with 2 outs, and then a guy comes back for the next inning. What goes into all of this? Is it pitch counts? Is there any concern about up and downs? How does this all work out, Voter?
Yeah, we try to be mindful of how much our guys are throwing. I mean, it's no secret our bullpen guys are up there on the appearances list. And, so when we talk about what our guys can do each day, some of it is pitch count. Some of it is, hey, can they go back out? Do we want to have them go up and get hot again, And so yesterday, the way the game worked out, it was, hey, we're going to have to, use guys for multiple ups today. And we also want to be mindful of pitch count, and it is about winning, but we feel like all of our bullpen guys can get the job done. And, in some circumstances, I might leave a guy in a little bit longer. In some circumstances, it's, hey, he's pitched 2 out of the 3 days before this. We don't want him starting a guy over a certain pitch count. We have to think longevity here, and it's really hard. That's what makes this job and watching really, really difficult. Is it's not just about this game. Yes, we're trying to win this game. We're doing everything we can every night to win. But there's some days and there's some nights where we need to think about how this guy's going to feel a month from now, 2 months from now, a week from now, tomorrow. And that's what makes this job really difficult. And I'm the one making those decisions, and I'm not always popular. I'll put it that way.
Well, one of those key arms that you're missing is Sam Henches. Any word?
Yeah, so, we brought Sam back from his rehab, and he saw our team doctors, and, he got some news, and we don't know the extent of it yet, but he's going to go get a second opinion. So, Sam, we're thinking about him. We're hoping that this situation, comes out good on the other side.
Is this season ending?
We don't know yet. We're going to wait until we find the answers. Sam's resilient. Sam wants to pitch. He's going to do everything he can, but we got to get all the information before we can really know what we're dealing with.
I don't know if it's just the Minnesota staff, Voter, or if it was the advance report or whatnot, but I'm sure a lot of these guys on your ball club went to bed last night dreaming of changeups because, wow, it seemed like everybody was throwing a boatload of changeups. Do you think that's the plan of attack, or was that just their staff?
I didn't see any changeups. What are you talking about? No, I think we've seen this trend earlier in the year. The White Sox, one of the first series we played them, they beat us with a ton of...
And he's going. The throw down is late. The Atlanta Braves career stolen base record belongs to Ronald Acuna Jr. That's number 190.
I wonder if he knows he's in a pretty deep conversation over there, and the fans giving him the ovation that he deserves, almost if someone told him, hey, man, take a look at the big board. You are now the boss of stolen bases here in Atlanta.
Naylor. There's a high drive, deep center field. It's not coming back all the way into the bullpen. Josh Naylor with his second home run in as many games. Center field deep. Fletcher back on the track. Out of room. Out of here. Back come the Guardians on one swing of the bat by Bo Naylor. The home run brothers for Cleveland here in the fourth. Chance at redemption. Infield moves back. And he rifles one to right center. He is going to get the...
Planters Peanuts, your perfect travel companion for making the best out of the nuttiest situations. Planters, turning everyday nuts into, nuts, moments of joy. Available at Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians.
There are trucks, then there's the truck. GMC Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck. Well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR for 36 months on GMC Sierra light-duty models. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $28.16 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment 15%. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/3/24.
Are your countertops old and ugly? Well, now's the time to level up by leveling down at National Design Mart. Choose a level 1 and get 10% off. Choose a level 2 and get level 1 pricing. All the way to level 6 slabs. Exotics not included. Need flooring? Tarkett Vericore LVP is only $1.99 a square foot. In Medina, located on Route 18, and in Worcester on Route 3.
National Design Mart, your design superstore.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. We're at Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Guardians and Cubs getting ready for the opener of this three-game series. Time now for the pitching matchup. Left-hander Shota Imanaga, the 30-year-old first-year major leaguer from Japan. He's been terrific for Chicago. 9-2 on the season, an earned run average of 3.06. He's coming off a beauty in a win against the Twins his last time out, striking out 10 and allowing just 2 runs over 7 innings of work. On the mound for the Guardians, it's right-hander Ben Lively, who has been so consistent this season. 10 wins, 7 defeats, and ERA solid at 3.59. That's your pitching matchup, and that'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. The starting lineups and the first pitch come your way next.
The Guardians warm-up show has been brought to you by Bet365.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he loads into the back leg. Here you see the knob facing the catcher, which I really love because that's the power position for any power hitter.
And he's going. The throw down is late. The Atlanta Braves' career stolen base record belongs to Ronald Acuna Jr. That's number 190.
I wonder if he knows he's in a pretty deep conversation over there, and the fans giving him the ovation that he deserves, almost if someone told him, hey, man, take a look at the big board. You are now the boss of stolen bases here in Atlanta.
This is what you stay for. Shohei Ohtani with the game on the line. 2 on, 2 out, game tied at 2. Here it comes. Ohtani with a base hit to right field. Hayward comes home to score. A showstopper and game ender.
The second career walk-off hit for Shohei Ohtani. And the show rolls on at Dodger Stadium.
With quality replacement windows, doors, and siding. All with everyday low pricing, exceptional service, and the strongest warranty in the industry. To learn more, contact Window World at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW. Visit us at windowworldpennohio.com for a free in-home estimate or to find the closest Window World showroom near you.
Cleveland Cliffs American-made steel touches every part of our lives, from the appliances in our homes to aircraft carriers defending our freedom. Their steel is stronger and more sustainable than ever due to their innovation and leading-edge technology. They're setting a new standard for what it means to be a steel company by producing the highest quality product and championing the best practices for the industry, the environment, and the people. Cliffs is America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
And here we go again. Guardians have to go back to work.
This group is special. These guys, they want to win.
Find a way to win every day.
Every day is the most important day you have.
We're going out there, we're playing hard, and we're trying to win ball games.
We as a group really just try to help each other.
Different guys are stepping up every single night.
A different hero or heroes each and every day.
And that's the mark of a deep team.
We have a great team here, great camaraderie here.
It's just a good recipe for success. This team's going to be really dangerous.
Folks, strap yourselves in.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, bundle home and auto and save at progressive.com. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon, join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians getting ready to take on the Cubs in the opener of this three-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for Chicago and their manager Craig Counsell. Leading things off, Ian Happ, the left fielder. Michael Bush, the first baseman, bats second. Seiya Suzuki in right field will hit third. And Cody Bellinger, the designated hitter, clean up. Isaac Paredes is the third baseman, hitting fifth. Nico Horner at second base will bat sixth. Dansby Swanson, the shortstop, hits seventh. Pete Crow Armstrong in center field bats eighth. And Miguel Amaya does the catching and will hit ninth.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Aaron Judge in this sea of Yankee fans?
That one is drill.
A Judgian blast.
That is absolutely crushed.
Judge is good again. Santa Maria. And it is going to be caught off by Judge. How about that? So much fun to watch.
And there he is.
Payoff in a big spot right here. Sends it deep the other way. Donovan backing up to the track, to the wall. And Pavin Smith hits one off the wall. This will get 2 runs home. 8-1. Pavin Smith the other way. And Pavin trying to unload. Sends one out to right. And it's in the bullpen for a grand slam for Pavin Smith. And it's 14-1.
He's having quite a night. 6 RBIs.
Here's 2-0. Is into center field, and that's the ball game. What a game it was. A gem of a game. Goes to the Dodgers in 11 innings.
Well, it's Kike Hernandez that twice got it here, and it was Will Smith that ended it. Darned if you do, darned if you don't, and that's life against the top of this Dodger lineup. Yep.
Driven into left center field and deep. Arozarena back, turning, looking. It's off the base of the wall. Soto will stop at second. No, he's going to go for 3.
Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
If you own a business in Ohio, what you do in the next 2 minutes could save you up to 65% on your workers' comp premiums. That's all it takes to visit OhioBWCDiscounts.com and get your fast, free quote. OhioBWCDiscounts.com has saved businesses tens of millions of dollars on their workers' comp premiums. How much could you save? Find out today at OhioBWCDiscounts.com. Don't forget the .com. OhioBWCDiscounts.com.
Nothing goes better with America's favorite pastime than a clear sunny day and a crisp and refreshing Major Lager from the Brew Kettle. With a crisp taste, a slight bite of American hops, a clean and refreshing finish, the Brew Kettle's Major Lager fits in right beside peanuts, pretzels, and hot dogs as the perfect companion on game day. Pick yourself up a Major Lager from the Brew Kettle at Progressive Field and enjoy the official game day beer of Cleveland baseball while enjoying the greatest pastime that America has to offer.
This is Bill Wills. We'll catch up with Jim Rosenhaus, talk about the game at 8:45 in the morning. News Radio, WTAM, 1100.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 119. Tonight, the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago Cubs play in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Matze, and Johnny Goldsmith, as Cleveland and the Chicago Cubs will play this 3-game interleague series. And this will be Game 1 with night games again tomorrow night and Wednesday. And then Cleveland with a rugged road trip this weekend to first place Milwaukee and first place New York. So the month of August, as we have talked about all season long, was going to be a brutal stretch, and this is part of it. Now, the Cubs are certainly not a playoff team as we speak, but they're on the periphery, and they're a ball club that has been playing some of its best baseball.
And that'll bring up Rizzo, sitting on 299 career home runs. High fly ball, deep right center. That ball is gone. See ya. Home run number 300 for Anthony Rizzo. A 2-run shot, and the Yankees lead 15-5. 161st player in big league history to hit that number 300.
Harper looking for his first hit. Fly ball left center field. Pretty well hit. Benson's going back. It's gone! First home run of the year. And Bryce Harper hooks one out toward right. Pretty deep. It is gone! It's his second home run of the night. Yeah, it's hooked deep to right center field. No doubt about it. A 3-homer game. He caps it off with a grand slam.
That's a tank out to left center. Westberg splashes down.
Do it, Westy. Think of like young guys coming up, Ellie De La Cruz, my teammate Gunnar Henderson. I enjoy golfing, getting into hunting. I enjoy hanging out with friends and family, watching movies. My dad, I think that's kind of cultivated the love of the game early on. I just remember being in the backyard, playing football with him, and I wish I could say thank you to everybody along the way, but it's not possible in this short video.
Tonight, 3 decks starting out in left center with that party deck atop the upper deck in right. They curl around. Gray pants. Just an absolutely perfect night for baseball or anything else for game 1. And for the Cubs, this is an incredible stretch of games. From the standpoint, they're a National League team, obviously. They're in the midst of playing 14 consecutive interleague games. Never heard of that before. But that's our new schedule, and the Chicago Cubs have just completed 5 straight against the American League, and they've got 9 more to curve, slider, and changeup. He has had 2 rough outings against the Cubs in his career. Lifetime 0-2 against Chicago, giving up 19 runs in 9 innings. But he is having a career year, and that's pretty much a moot point what happened in the past. 1 pitch, 1 out, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario with a game time temperature of 74 degrees. Michael Busch will be the batter, left-handed hitting first baseman. Busch batting .262, 16 homers, 45 RBIs. He takes a look at a pitch outside, ball 1. Ben Lively had 8 career wins in 4 years in the major leagues, already 10 with Cleveland. The pitch inside 2-0. Lively a record of 10-7, earned run average 359, 21st start, no complete games, not quite 6 innings a start. The next pitch is a changeup strike. 2-1 the count on the left-handed hitting Busch. Lively averaging 8 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. Now the pitch, strike 2 called, and the count 2-2. Busch, the one-time Los Angeles Dodger. Lively's 2-2 delivery, and it is strike 3 called, a delayed call by Mark Rippinger, and that is out number 2, strikeout number 1, and that'll bring to the plate Seiya Suzuki, right-handed hitting right fielder. Suzuki batting .266, 16 homers, 54 RBIs. The pitch, and it's upstairs a ball. Cubs running into a money issue as they didn't print media guides this year. Ben Lively with 2 down in this scoreless first delivers, and the pitch is a little bit wide, ball 2, 2-0. Stephen Kwan in left, Lane Thomas in center, John Kinsey Noel in right field. Lively into the motion, the 2-0 pitch, bullseye.
Josh Naylor at first, Andres Jimenez at second, Tyler Freeman at short, Jose Ramirez at third, and Austin Hedges doing the catching. Suzuki takes a swing, lines one to center, but it hangs up. Lane Thomas grabs it. So a couple of line drive outs to straightaway center. Lively with a 1-2-3 first inning. Cubs do not score, and the Guardians coming to bat.
Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Only with Dollar Bank can you get a Cleveland Guardians debit card design and
Cleveland area. Call 440-703-6600 or visit badsrus.com. Right now, get $1,500 off your project, plus low to no monthly payments. That's badsrus.com. Bads R Us, where dreams soak in.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Left-hander Shota Imanaga facing Stephen Kwan to start the bottom of the first. No score, and the pitch outside a ball. Imanaga, his first year in the big leagues. 5'10", 175, 30 years of age. Out of Japan. The kick and the pitch, and Kwan sends a little pop-up into shallow left. Dansby Swanson out there, and the shortstop grabbing it. And Stephen Kwan, now third in the American League batting race behind Bobby Witt Jr. and Aaron Judge, hitting .325, pops up. That is out number one. Here's Lane Thomas, the center fielder. Right-handed hitter. 0 for his last 10. The pitch. And it's at the top of the zone, a strike. Imanaga having a great first year in the major leagues. He was an all-star for the Cubs. 9-2 with an ERA of 3.06. He delivers, and the pitch waved at. Good splitter. You'll get that from him a lot. Mostly fastballs and splitters. That accounts for 85% of his pitches. Fastballs and splitters. The pitch. And it's in the dirt, another splitter. 1-2 the count. He'll also throw the curve, slider, and changeup. Imanaga, first time Cleveland's ever seen him. He works from a set position, first base side of the rubber. The left-hander kicks and delivers. And Thomas takes a little bit high, 2-2. You can hear him grunt from up here. Imanaga got a 4-year contract to leave Japan and sign with the Cubs. He delivers, and it's swung on, yanked to left, foul. He is like so many that have come from Japan. Whether it's a windup, whether it's coming out of a set, they'll lift that front leg and pause. And sometimes they'll vary that pause and then continue, just enough to upset the hitter's timing. Now the 2-2. Check swing. He went around for the strikeout on a splitter. Well, he averages 9 strikeouts and only 1 walk per 9 innings. Imanagua with that 9-2 record, 3.06 ERA, 22nd start, 6 innings per start, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk per 9 innings. Jose Ramirez batting right-handed. 2 down, nobody on. Scoreless in the first as Imanaga's pitch is in there. Ian Happ is your left fielder. Pete Crow Armstrong is in center. And Seiya Suzuki in right. Give you the Cubs infield in a moment. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle on the left side of second. Backhanded by the second baseman. Horner with a strong throw across the body got Ramirez. So good play by the second baseman going to the other side of the infield to make the play on Jose. After 1, no score in downtown Cleveland.
There are trucks, then there's the truck. GMC Sierra.
Starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Second inning, no score. Cody Bellinger, the longtime Dodger, back with the Cubs. And also back off the injured list, he had a broken finger. And he's DHing tonight. Left-handed hitter takes a strike. Boy, has he been hot. Since coming off the injured list, in the last 10 games, batting .359, 3 homers. He looks at a fastball for strike 2. Cody Bellinger. The Cubs just have not been hitting this year. They pitch well. They just don't hit. The pitch swung on, grounded up the middle to his right, sliding backhanded stop. Jimenez up throwing. He got him again. Man, oh man. Just give him the gold glove and get it over with now. No need to wait until the end of the year. Then another nice play going to his right with a knee slide and a stop. Popped up quickly and threw out Bellinger, and that is out number 1. And the amount of base hits that Jimenez takes away at second base is hard to comprehend. Here's Isaac Paredes taking down and away a ball. Right before the All-Star break, we saw him because he was with the Tampa Bay Rays. And then right before the deadline, Tampa Bay traded him to the Cubs. Good power. He takes inside, 2-0. Paredes on the year batting .240. 18 homers, 63 RBIs. Disastrous trade when they sent him to Tampa for Austin Meadows, and he blossomed into a star with Tampa. He drills one foul down the left side. I think a lot of people were surprised when Tampa traded him, but it always comes down to money when it comes down to Tampa Bay making trades. And the Cubs have themselves a third baseman who can hit. The pitch, outside a ball. 3-1 the count. No score, second inning from downtown Cleveland. The windup and delivery And it's in there, a called strike. Kind of surprised him with the curveball. And the count is full. That's the thing about Ben Lively. He said the key to his success this year, his ability now to throw any pitch at any time. He's ready. Here it comes. And he missed outside with it. And Paredes gets the first walk. So he's aboard with a 1 down, second inning. No score for Nico Horner, the right-handed hitting second baseman. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. Now, PB Blaster is a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster always working like a pro. No score, 1 out, 1 on. The pitch to Horner. The right-handed hitter looks at a curveball that's high. Hey, don't forget, if Cleveland has a 4-run inning in any of the first 4 innings, then Gerald Nemes of Elyria is going to get 4 Bridgestone tires from the good folks at Conrad's. Now the 1-0, up high, 2-0. Gerald Nemes from Elyria has already won the ultimate car wash from Blue Falls Car Wash and looking to get those tires from Conrad's. Out to the mound is catcher Austin Hedges as he spotted something. And having Austin Hedges catch you is like having another pitching coach. Cubs coming into this ball game 11th in the National League in runs scored, just a little over 4 runs a game. They're 11th in the National League in homers, 12th in the National League in OPS. Just not a very good offensive club. That pitch outside, 3-0. But they've won 8 out of their last 10 games, and in those 10 games, they've averaged 6 runs a game. If they start to hit, look out, because they've pitched well all year. Horner taking it's in there, 3-1. Cubs have the second best earned run average in the National League, 373, just about the same as Cleveland. It's just that they can't score. That's why they're a 500 club. The pitch fouled out of play to the right, full count. Cleveland, 376 ERA, Cubs 373, but the difference is Cleveland scores about a half a run a game more than the Cubs. Thus, one team's in first, one team's on the outside looking in. Runner goes, pitch foul down the right side, lower deck. We'll do it again at 3-2 on Nico Horner, a 256 hitter, 5 homers, 35 RBIs. Matthew Boyd makes his Cleveland debut and season debut tomorrow night. Javier Assad goes for the Cubs. Wednesday night, Alex Cobb, his second start against Jamison Tyone. Runner goes, pitch again, fouled back. Another good curveball that was spoiled by Horner. And the count stays 3-2. And Paredes getting his cardio work in. The hitter and the pitcher now in shade, right side of the infield in sunshine, and much of the outfield still in sunshine. Again, the payoff, runner goes, pitch fouled back again. What an at-bat here by Nico Horner. So Nico Horner has seen 8 pitches, and Ben Lively only made 10 pitches total in the first inning. This will be pitch number 9 alone to Nico Horner. Again, the set, the runner stays, the pitch is low, and he's walked the last 2. So Lively, who normally is very good with command, has lost a pair. And now Dansby Swanson, the batter. He's been hot, hitting .409 during a modest 6-game hit streak. The Swanson family is having quite a week. His wife, Mallory, one of the stars and heroes, helping the United States women's soccer team win the gold medal in Paris. Dansby, the husband of Mallory, takes a fastball outside for ball 1. He did not go to the Olympic Games. His wife said, you need to stay in Chicago. The pitch, and it's maybe low, 2-0. Had to be hard as he watched the Olympic Games in Paris rooting on his wife, but Cubs need him as well. Boy, Lively getting himself in a heap of trouble. Now the 2-0 pitch. Check swing, roller, third base side foul, 2-1. Lively maintains he's not tired, but he's never been at this stage of a season before in the major leagues with 110 innings pitched. So you never know. Now, again, you're not as concerned about that with him as you are a youngster because he's 32, he's been around. But nonetheless, it's uncharted territory. Now the 2-1. Swing and a high fly, not deep, right field. Noel in and angling toward the line. The right fielder grabbing it. He's got a strong throwing arm, and the Cubs elect not to test it. Big out there for Ben Lively as Swanson's out number 2. Keeps the runners at first and second. No score. Here in inning number 2, and here's Pete Crow Armstrong. The left-handed hitting center fielder batting .212, 3 homers, 23 RBIs. 2 out, 2 on. No score, second inning. Cleveland, when they lost 7 in a row, really struggled to play with a lead in the early going, and that's certainly on the mind of Ben Lively, trying to keep the Cubs off the board. The pitch, backdoored him with a curveball, strike 1. Pete Henry Crow Armstrong came from the New York Mets in the Javi Baez trade 3 years ago. The pitch to him, and he swings, foul, tips it into the catcher's mitt. 0-2. This is a guy that was a first-round pick by the Mets back in 2020, and really his first full year in the big leagues. Lively's ready. The pitch. Checked, and did he go? Evidently not. Pitch up and away, 1-2. No score, second inning. 2 outs, 2 on. Now the 1-2. Swung on, line drive, center field, but again right at Lane Thomas. That is the third BB hit right at the center fielder in the first 2 innings. Lively able to work out of it. And so Cleveland and the Cubs stay scoreless. It's the middle of the second here on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hi, Pat Mur-
USSafetyGear.com or call 1-800-686-1459. News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Fouls off the first pitch, off the facing of the upper deck behind home plate for strike 1. He's the DH tonight. batting .271, 11 homers, 40 RBIs. No score, bottom of the second. The left-hander, Shota Imanaga. With the pitch, and Fry with a drive into high, deep right field. Suzuki at the wall made the catch. Fry gave it a ride opposite way. And Suzuki was out of room, but there to grab it for out number one, and here's Josh Naylor. Well, see your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers for the trail-dominating new Toyota Tacoma. Because now, for the first time ever, it's available in hybrid. Toyota lets go places. I'd tell you to go see Mike Kuva at Westside Toyota, but he's in the booth. Good to have Mike with us. As the pitch outside to Josh Naylor. Did such a great job at Sunnyside Toyota, now Westside Toyota, now enjoying retirement, along with Brian Hofford, our esteemed colleague, who also retired. Teddy Ball with us in the booth. No scores. Naylor takes a strike, and nobody better than Mike Kuva and his family. And now he can enjoy baseball anytime he wants.
He brought some samples we can test drive after the game.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1 to Naylor. Check swing, did he go? Pitch was low, 2-1 to count. Last time I saw Mike at a game, he was celebrating with us at Fenway Park when we won the playoffs to eliminate Boston in 2016. I've seen Mike since then. That was the last time I saw him at a ballpark. He was in our celebratory room. The 2-1 is outside, 3-1. The Cubs' first base coach is now Mike Napoli, and when Mike started telling everybody they had to do shots, Mike Kuva and the gang said, you know what, we may just leave now.
I'm surprised you remember that night.
Mike Napoli had everybody involved. The pitch outside, great to see Mike Napoli as well. What a night that was. Cleveland eliminated Boston and then beat Toronto for the pennant and obviously the 2016 World Series with this Chicago Cubs team. Although nobody's around anymore except Jose. Naylor fouls it off right side, and the count stays full. Naylor at .246 average, 26 bombs, 85 RBIs. Left on left, and Cleveland has been baseball's best team this year, 25-9 when facing a left-handed starter. The pitch swung on, banged right up the middle, and Imanaga grabbed it, throws out Naylor. Last year, Cleveland against left-handed starters went 24-35. This year, 24-5-9. So already one more win, to say nothing about being 16 games over against lefties. Last year, 11 games under against lefties. John Kenzie Noel, 2 down, nobody on, no score. The pitch, Noel takes outside a ball. Everstream is Cleveland's business-only fiber network. Reliable connectivity your business deserves with fiber, internet, Ethernet, and more. Everstream, faster fiber, better business. Now the 1-0 pitch. Noel takes down and in, 2-0. Cleveland now has homered in 6 straight games and have blasted 23 homers in their last 14 games. Now the 2-0 pitch, a swing and a foul upstairs. But while those numbers sound good, the homers you will take, but Cleveland's got to get back to scoring runs in other ways and then supplementing that offense with the long ball. Now the 2-1. The pitch swung on, popped up foul near the Cubs dugout, on the Cubs dugout roof, first base side, and the count 2-2. Shota Imanaga. He has nicknamed himself the throwing philosopher. He said, I have a unique personality. If I'm trying to say a normal thing, it comes out a little sophisticated. Thus, I'm the throwing philosopher. Interesting young man from Japan, and he's been a big-time winner for the Cubs. Now the 2-2. Swung on, hit high, but foul down the left side. Imanaga, the first time he went to New York this year, and they were going to play the Mets, he said the view from his hotel room in Manhattan, he said, I recognized it from the movie Spider-Man. So I was like, oh, well, this is where Spider-Man must have lived. He is the throwing philosopher. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a jam job, roll toward short. Swanson charges, gloves, throws, got him. Somebody has to tell Shota, Spider-Man was made here in Cleveland, or at least some of them were. We go to the third, Cleveland, and the Cubs no score in the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Visit Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
The Glenn Beck Program.
Just to give you some real news.
Tomorrow from 10 to noon on WTAM 1100.
Ben Lively in this scoreless ball game facing the number 9 hitter, Miguel Amaya, and the catcher takes a strike. Lively walked a pair last inning, but then worked out of it. The kick and delivery, and it's swung on, floated foul off to the right out of play. And quickly 0-2. Amaya, a .217 hitter with 4 homers, 23 RBIs. The next delivery, and it's outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man, you look at this Cubs team now, so much different than the team just 8 years ago. The pitch swung on a high chopper to third, and it's a fair ball. Fielded by Ramirez behind the bag. He thought it might be a foul ball. It'll be a fair ball infield hit. He had no play once he gloved it. And Amaya is aboard with the infield hit. But there's just nobody left from this Cubs organization that was with the Cubs in 2016. I mean, just 8 years ago. But not many with Cleveland either. Here's Ian Happ celebrating his 30th birthday. Left-handed batter takes a strike, but you know, that Cubs team in 2016 had the likes of Anthony Rizzo, Ben Zobrist, Addison Russell, Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, Dexter Fowler, Jason Hayward. The set, the pitch, backdoored him and missed. Wilson Contreras, David Ross. Then the pitching staff that featured the likes of John Lester, Jake Arrieta, Kyle Hendricks. He's still with the Cubs. That pitch in there. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. John Lackey. But I mean, you think back 8 years ago, and about all that's left is Jose Ramirez and Kyle Hendricks. Quick throw over to first, and back standing is Amaya. Scoreless ball game, third inning from downtown Cleveland. Amaya, not a steal yet this year, nor an attempt. Happ, the switch hitter, batting left-handed, sends a long one to deep right center field. Way out of here. 2-0 Cubs. Ian Happ celebrates his 30th birthday with a mammoth blast to right center. And it's 2-0 Cubs. His team-high 20th home run. And the Cubs leadoff man also leads the Cubs with 67 RBIs. And Chicago gets a 429-foot homer from Ian Happ. And it's 2-0 Chicago. That is the 20th homer given up by Ben Lively this year. Here's Michael Busch, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Busch swings and misses at a curveball. Well, this is, again, something the Cubs haven't done all year until just the last week and a half. And that's swing the bats. The pitch, check swing, foul, 0-2. The Cubs trying to win their 5th straight game tonight. That would match their season best winning streak. But for almost 6 weeks now, they have put together a pretty good run to get back in the hunt. Down and in is the next pitch. Since July 4th, the Cubs, believe it or not, have the best record in baseball. 20-12. Now the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Since July 4th, they've had the best earned run average in baseball, 298. And now they're just starting to finally swing the bats. So it'll be interesting to see how they can carry this through the rest of the year. Pitch swung on, grounded up the middle, behind second. Freeman, the shortstop, gloves it, throws out Busch. One down for Seiya Suzuki. Lined out to center his first time up. 2-0 Cubs, one out, nobody on, third inning. The problem the Cubs have, yes, they're playing well, and of course if you pitch like they pitch, you've always got a chance to put together a pretty darn good run. They just have so many other teams ahead of them. Suzuki taking, it's a strike. They have, if you include the third place wild card team, Atlanta, they have 4 teams ahead of them for that final playoff spot. Pitch inside, 1-1 the count. Now the good news for them, they're still only 3 out of that final wild card spot. The 1-1, swung on a roller up the middle. To his left, flagged by Freeman, spins, throws wide of the mark, off the side railing. Picked up near the coaching box by the catcher Henches. And Suzuki with an infield hit. And the Cubs now leading 2-0, runner at first, one down. And Cody Bellinger, the hitter, robbed of a hit by Jimenez, his first time up. Wednesday night, Cubs and Guardians wrap this up with a City Connect belt bag, courtesy of Meyer. Tickets at cleguardians.com/tickets. Outfield deep and toward right for the left-handed hitting Cody Bellinger. The pitch, and he grounds one to second. Jimenez to second, there's one. Relay Freeman, not in time. Bellinger runs well and legged it out. So 2 down on the fielder's choice. 2-0 Cubs, and Isaac Paredes, the batter, walked his first time up. Ben Lively looking for win number 11, down 2-0 here in the third, and a dangerous man at the plate. Paredes looks at a low curveball. Paredes walked his first time up. This guy should really help the Cubs offensively. Toss to first, Bellinger, not even a step off the bag. Back with ease. Isaac Paredes, still in his mid-20s. Last year, 31 homers. Now the 1-0, low 2-0. Year before with Tampa, he had 20. 18 already here in 2024. 2-0 Cubs. Runner on. 2 down, third inning. The pitch whacked foul down the left side off the netting. And a 2-1 count on the Cubs' third baseman.
Amazing the difference a year can make. They moved Christopher Morel to get Paredes. And gosh, when we were at Wrigley Field a year ago, they were so high on Morel, a good young prospect, but they moved him for Paredes.
Now the set, the 2-1. Swing and a foul off to the right, club seats. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-run homer to right center by Ian Happ here in the third has given Chicago the 2-0 lead. Now the 2-2. Swung on, ripped foul third base side. Will do it again at 2-2. Gorgeous night here off the lakefront. 74 degrees. Flags barely moving on another cloudless night. And not much humidity, if any. Now the 2-2. Just missed outside. And it'll be travel time at first for Cody Bellinger on this upcoming 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. And ball 4. Evidently it was high. Lively, can't believe it. Still looking in at home plate ump Mark Rippinger. And that's the third walk. Bellinger to second, Paredes to first. And Nico Horner, who walked his first time up, will bat as pitching coach Carl Willis heads to the mound. So Ben Lively cruised through the first inning, having made 10 pitches. He's made 50 pitches combined in the second and third innings. And you're one swing away from this game getting out of hand. Now, Nico Horner isn't that kind of a hitter, but as we saw against Minnesota, they had guys getting their first home run of the year that changed complexions of those various games that took place in the Twin Cities over the weekend. So back to work. Righty-righty matchup. 2-0 Cubs, 2 out, 2 on, and the pitch fouled upstairs. Strike 1. The next offering, up high, 1-1. The set, the delivery, down and away, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Alamed Rosario, who is playing well for Tampa, then moved on to the Dodgers. He has been designated for assignment by the Dodgers. The pitch, a swing and a foul, third base side, 2-2. Well, you would think somebody will jump on Alamed Rosario, hitting .305. Most of that damage was done with Tampa Bay. He only had 11 at-bats with the Dodgers. So we'll see what happens with Ahmed Rosario, but that guy can hit.
Well, you see that, only 11 at-bats. You wonder why the Dodgers even picked him up.
I wonder if Cleveland would ever have an interest. Now the 2-2. Swing and a liner to center field. Thomas comes on, makes another catch. Head high. 4 line drive outs to Lane Thomas in center field in the first 3 innings. 2-0. Cubs have the lead in the middle of the third here in the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
At Bet365.
golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
Hi, it's Bill Wills back in the morning with you. News, sports, traffic, and weather together on the 10s. WTAM 1100.
Andres Jimenez leading off the bottom of the third. 2-0 Cubs. And the first offering is in there. Strike left on left. Shota Imanaga. First outing ever against Cleveland. So far, 6 up, 6 down, 1 strikeout. Not a hard thrower. The pitch. And it's hit in the air, foul third base side. But he's one of those guys just keeps you off balance. He only throws 90 miles per hour. But he's got the devastating split. And he's primarily a 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball splitter. What's amazing is he throws his fastball 54% of the time, even though he's only throwing 90 miles an hour. It's because he has great command. The pitch outside, that was a rare breaking ball. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jimenez batting .322 over the last 16 games. Now the 1-2. Pulled foul, right side, will do it again. Debbie Marotta of Walton Hills, tonight's contestant in the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway. Guardians get a Grand Slam, then Debbie Marotta of Walton Hills gets the Hyundai Santa Fe from your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Now the pitch. Swinging a liner to second. Picked on the short hop by Horner. Thought about trying to catch it, then played the short hop. Made the play, and Jimenez out number 1. Here's Tyler Freeman back at short. He was saying before the game tonight, and this is a guy that played short his whole life. Amateur, minor leagues. Then, of course, once he got to the big leagues, moved around on the infield, and then this year became a center fielder. The pitch to him, and it's inside, corner strike. Normally a guy that's a shortstop for his whole life never wants to leave that position. Tyler was saying tonight he actually now enjoys the outfield more than the infield. The pitch, inside, corner, strike 2. He said, I just love now being able to go out and run after balls. And he said it's something he didn't realize how much he would enjoy playing the outfield. Now he'll play anywhere. He loves just playing, but actually now prefers the outfield. The pitch, swing and a foul, third base side. But he gives Cleveland such great flexibility. He's played so well in center field, and now you can play him at short. He's played a lot of second base, third base. Batting .214, 7 homers, 32 RBIs. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Another good splitter that he spoiled. 0-2. The key, according to manager Stephen Vogt, on this splitter is much like the changeups Cleveland saw this weekend in Minneapolis. If that off-speed pitch is low, let it go. Now the 0-2. Inside corner, strike 3 called. 3 fastballs that painted the inside corner. Second strikeout for Imanaga. 2 down in the third. Here's catcher Austin Henches. 8 up, 8 down. 2-0. Cubs. Hedges batting .146. Imanaga. He delivers. Hedges fouls one right near us for strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, pulled to third by the diving Paredes. May have ticked off his glove. Rolls down the left field line. Hedges is going for 2. The throw by Happ, the head first slide. He's out by 8 feet. So Hedges gets the single and thrown out by a bunch at second. We go to the fourth. 2-0 Cubs.
Mitchell's Ice Cream, handcrafting ice cream for Cleveland since 1999. Made in our Ohio City kitchen using fresh ingredients from Northeast Ohio.
Guardians trailing by a score of 2-0 as we head to the top half of the fourth inning here in downtown Cleveland. Dansby Swanson will lead things off for the Cubs. Bottom third of the Cubs lineup due in against right-hander Ben Lively. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and drilled to dead center. Hit well, but Thomas goes back, and he makes the catch just a step or two in front of the warning track for out number one. And Lively could use a low-pitch inning here. He was at 65 pitches heading into the fourth. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. Great to have you with us from downtown Cleveland. After a short road trip, just a short homestand. 3 here against the Cubs and then back out on the road. Pete Crow Armstrong takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count on the rookie center fielder who lined to center his first time up. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and blasted down the right field line, and that ball is gone. A line drive home run to right for Pete Crow Armstrong. His 4th home run on the season, and the Cubs take a 3-0 lead. And Lively had trouble with the home run ball in his last start against the Diamondbacks, and he's allowed 2 in the first 4 innings here tonight, and that's 21 on the season. And Lively has allowed now as the Cubs take a 3-run lead. Number 4 for Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch swinging, the catcher, Miguel Amaya, and he taps one to short. Scooped up by Freeman, who fires on to first for the out. 2 gone in the inning. Ian Happ will step in. He homered his last time up, last inning. Our on-site engineer here in the booth tonight, Johnny Goldsmith. Brian Motze up the street at Command Center on a beautiful night for baseball here downtown with still some sunshine in the upper deck on that first base side. Happ takes a pitch outside for ball 1. The Guardians have to play catch-up tonight against a really good starting pitcher. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Off speed, outside corner for a strike. Happ doesn't like it. He looks back at home plate umpire Mark Richberger. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, blasted foul deep down the left side, but well foul and out of play. And it's now 1-2 on Happ, the University of Cincinnati product. Here comes the 1-2 from Lively. Fastball up. And the count's now 2-2 on Ian Happ, a switch-hitting left fielder tonight for the Cubs. Here's the 2-2. Down low, ball 3. So it's 3-2 on Happ. Out of the Pittsburgh suburbs and then on to the University of Cincinnati for his college ball. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on, and there's a chopper to the first base side, rolling up the line. Lively fields, flips to Naylor at first, but it gets by him. And safe at first base is Happ on an odd-looking play that results in Happ having to come back because that's a foul ball. Lively grabbed it very close to fair territory, but foul ball. And Happ will come back with another 3-2 pitch coming. Guardians trailing 3-0 as the Cubs have 3 runs on 4 hits. No runs, 1 hit for Cleveland. Happ just now getting back to home plate and into the box. And Lively's into the wind is 3-2. Down low, ball 4, and Ben Lively has walked 4, and that is extremely uncharacteristic for Lively. And again, we had a chance to visit with Carl Willis pregame, and he talked about getting his pitchers through to the end of the season, the ones who've thrown a lot, and Tom mentioned it earlier, Lively hitting some unknown territory in the major leagues as his pitch is down low to Michael Bush for ball 1, and Carl was saying you do keep an eye on command as something that could be coming into play if indeed Lively starts to tire here down the stretch. Here's the 1-0, and that's a breaking ball outside, ball 2. And tonight he has walked 4. He walked 4 his last time out against the Diamondbacks, and again, that was not a part of his game most of the season. Throw to first, diving back in is Happ. Michael Busch, 0 for 2, a strikeout back in the first, a ground out his last time up. Rookie season for him, acquired in the offseason from the Dodgers. Had been a pretty good prospect for the Dodgers, but the Cubs able to pry him loose in a trade. Lively's ready. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit into right center. And moving up 90 feet is Happ. He'll hang on right there at second. And Busch is aboard with his first hit on the night. And the inning continues for Chicago. Time for the Cleveland Clinic. Caregiver shout out. Good folks at the clinic want to remind you that for proper treatment of concussions in sports, it's crucial to know where to go. Visit clevelandclinic.org/sportsmedicine to connect with a sports medicine concussion specialist. Well, the Guardians had activity going in the pen, and that's it for Ben Lively. Stephen Vogt's on his way to the mound. He's going to make the pitching change right here. We'll take a timeout in the top half of the 4th inning. It's Chicago 3, the Guardians nothing.
Daddy Show. People want it. Tomorrow afternoon at 3. We will continue giving it to you on WTAM 1100.
Pedro Avila comes on for the Guardians. With Cleveland trailing 3-0, the Cubs have runners at first and second with 2 down, and Avila's on to face Seiya Suzuki, who's 1 for 2 with an infield single and 2 trips. Avila trying to strand some base runners here and help out the starter, Ben Lively. Here's the pitch, and it's down low for ball 1. Lively, just 3 2/3 tonight. Allowed 5 hits, 3 runs right now, 4 walks. That's the number that really jumps out, and the 1 strikeout for Lively. Here comes the 1-0 from Avila. Nope, he'll step off, fake a throw to second. Pedro Avila has worked himself into a meaningful role for this ball club. We'll see if he can give some innings now. 3-1 on the year, an ERA of 3.86. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Avila picked up from San Diego in the season's first month and has filled a key role out of the pen. Long relief mainly. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, and that's looped to right. Charging after it is Noel. He dives, and he made the catch. A a diving catch by John Kenzie Noel. And that saves more damage by the Cubs. And Avila works out of it with a big assist to Noel. The Cubs do add a run, but that's it. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. It's 3-0 Chicago over the Guardians.
That's Dell.com/deals. This is Bill Wills, your Guardian's word to win tickets after 8:30 tomorrow morning. Nibble. WTAM 1100.
Stephen Kwan leads it off for the Guardians. Bottom of the fourth inning underway, and he shows bunt, takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. He's facing lefty Shota Imanaga, a 30-year-old from Japan. Here's his 0-1 pitch. And it's down low for a ball. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Kwan. Breaking ball low and outside. And the count's now 2-1. Imanaga, a teammate on Japan's World Baseball Classic team a year ago, with a really good pitcher for the Dodgers now. Here's the 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And those two both came over and have had good success in the major leagues when healthy. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, looped foul off the netting above the Guardians' dugout on the third base side. Cleveland trailing 3-0. The home run ball coming into play tonight for the Cubs. Ian Happ, a two-run shot in the third. Pete Crow Armstrong, a solo blast in the top half of this inning. Here's the 2-2. Down low, ball 3. Good at-bat going here for Kwan. Guardians trying to get back to seeing a few more pitches. Made a big difference yesterday in Minnesota late in the game. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. A rare walk issued by Imanaga. His first tonight. A leadoff walk for Kwan here in the fourth inning. And we'll see if maybe that gets the Guardians going. They have just one hit. But Austin Hedges, after a single last inning, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. So Kwan, their base runner now at first base, with Lane Thomas stepping in, and he swings and misses for strike 1. Now, Thomas has had his hands full just in general offensively since joining the Guardians, but especially so this season against right-handed pitching. Gets to face a lefty here tonight. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, foul tipped. And quickly it's 0-2 on Thomas. Coming in, hitting 110 points higher against the lefties this year than the right-handed pitchers. But Imanaga's a tough lefty. Here's the 0-2. Fastball up, 1-2. Thomas struck out his first time up. Still trying to get it going after being acquired at the deadline from the Nationals. Quan, good lead at first. Here's the 1-2. Down low for ball 2. And Imanaga did not like that last baseball. He gets another one from the home plate umpire. Now the lefty's ready. Checks the runner. The 2-2. Down low, maybe a little bit inside for ball 3. And now Imanaga takes a long look in at home plate. We saw Ben Lively, Guardians starter, not at all pleased with the strike zone at times tonight. Now Imanaga not happy. And the count is full. Here comes his pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Got the fastball past Thomas at 92. That's about top end for Imanaga. And Thomas is down on strikes for the second time tonight. That's the third for Shota Imanaga. Jose Ramirez, the batter. Grounded out to the second baseman, Horner, his first time up. Good play made by Horner. Jose, switch hitter, right side. Throw to first, back safely is Quan. For the first time ever with MLB Network and an at-bat subscription, you can stream the MLB Network 24/7. Visit MLB.com at-bat for all the details. Here's the pitch, and Ramirez takes it on the outside corner for strike 1. Now the 0-1 to Ramirez, and that's in there for strike 2. Another good fastball that time. Well, there's always a lot of splitters and everything moving downward when it gets to home plate. And that time he just poured a fastball right in there. Now the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball, third base, booted by Paredes, and all hands will be safe. It was a hot smash to third, but certainly a playable ball by Paredes. With Ramirez running, you don't figure it's a double play, but at least they get one. And that hop just came up as Paredes played it off to the side a little bit. And he is charged with the error for Isaac Paredes. That is error number 10 on the season. Let's see if the Guardians can take advantage. They haven't had a hit yet in the inning, but it's 2 on with David Fry at the plate and only 1 out. The pitch. And Fry lofts one to left. Circling under it is Happ, and he makes the catch in medium left heading toward the line for the out. So 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Josh Naylor, who bounced back to the mound his first time up. And the Guardians, they haven't had really an opportunity yet. This is it. And here in the 4th inning, they'll need to get something done with 2 down. Naylor started the season hot against the lefties. He's tailed off quite a bit. Down to 208 with the average against left-handed pitching. Here's the pitch to him, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Marathon knows that fans are the true co-pilot of any team. With Marathon, they're here to keep you and your team fueled up all summer long. Marathon, driven together. Shota Imanaga with the 0-1 to Naylor. Swing and a miss. Took a little off that time with the splitter. And quickly it's 0-2 on Naylor. And going through a nice stretch at the plate. 4 homers, 14 driven in his last 15 coming in. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball low and outside. Went with a slider. And Naylor was able to lay off on a 2-strike pitch. Quan out at second. Ramirez at first. 3-0 Chicago bottom of the fourth. Fake pickoff play at second. No throw by Imanaga, who spun and fired that way, or at least looked that way, and then hung on to the baseball. Now he's ready to go again. His 1-2 pitch. Just a little bit low. And again, Imanaga looking in at Mark Ribicher, the home plate umpire. And that did not miss by much. Maybe a little bit below the knees. 2-2, the count on Naylor, who steps out. We see this a lot from Josh. He'll step out with 2 strikes to, as much as anything else, he'll set himself up. But that disrupts the timing a little bit of the pitcher. And Naylor takes his time getting back in the box. Now he's ready to go. 2-2, the count on him. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a chopper that rolls off his foot and all the way to the first baseman. Naylor's down, and now he gets to his feet, but he might need a moment or two to walk that one off. With a 2-2 count. Don't forget, Dollar Bank is once again partnering with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Ohio through their K's for Kids program. Anytime a Guardians pitcher records a strikeout, Dollar Bank will make a donation to the Boys and Girls Clubs. Naylor still walking it off and being granted that extra time to get back in the batter's box. Key spot in this game, Guardians trying to get a spark here offensively. They have a couple of men on, trailing 3-0 in the fourth inning. 2 down in the inning. Now we're ready. The 2-2. Outside and low, ball 3. Well, easily the busiest inning for Imanaga. He had made 37 pitches coming into the fourth. He has made 23 this inning. Here comes his payoff pitch. Swung on, loop to shallow right center. That falls in for a base hit. Kwan will score. On his way to third is Ramirez, and Naylor comes through with a 2-out RBI single, and the Guardians are on the board. It's now 3-1 Cubs. Good at bat for Josh Naylor, who fell behind 0-2, but battled back, worked the count full, and then was able to stay on that pitch and loop it into right center for a base hit. Now the Cubs will convene on the mound. Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, out there with the interpreter, and they'll talk things over with Shota Imanaga, who's had to work hard this inning. Again, the Guardians able to drive up the pitch count finally on this left-hander, and they've been able to come through with an RBI single from Naylor, and still very much working on it with John Kenzie Noel, the batter. Big-time power potential here with runners on the corners and 2 down. The Guardians in Ohio's 529 plan are giving away a $10,000 college savings award. Just visit collegeadvantage.com/Guardians to enter once a day per email address. And you can do that for 2 more weeks. All right, here's Noel, who bounced to short his first time up. 6 home runs in very limited time in the major leagues. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, popped up foul. This one comes straight back and out of play. And with that good splitter, Imanaga gets a lot of ground ball outs, but he has allowed 17 home runs. Here's the 0-1. In tight. 1-1 the count. John Kenzie Noel playing in just his 31st game here tonight. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and popped up. Foul. Off to the first base side of home plate and out of play. So it's 1-2 on Noel. It's 3-1. Chicago in front, bottom half of the fourth inning. On a great baseball night downtown. More of the same expected tomorrow night for Game 2 of the series. Another 6:40 first pitch. One and two the count. Here it comes. And that's swung on and launched high and deep. Left field. Way on out of here. Home run, John Kenzie Noel. And with one swing, he has put the Guardians in front. Oh, my. 400 feet onto the home run porch. And just like that, the Guardians have taken the lead with a 4-run fourth inning. It's now 4-3 Cleveland. Number 7 for Noel. And man, has that changed the complexion of this one. Here's the pitch to Andres Jimenez, and he takes it down low for ball one. Jimenez bounced to short his first time up. 18th home run allowed by Imanaga this season. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, ground ball to the right side, scooped up by Horner. The second baseman throws to first in time for the out. Side retired, but it's a big inning for the Guardians. John Kenzie Noel with a 3-run home run, and the Guardians have taken the lead 4-3, heading to the fifth.
Gone again! A bomb for Ramirez!
Morning, all the morning news, plus a few tech tips on Tech Tuesday. News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Guardians with a 4-3 lead as we head to the fifth inning, and Pedro Avila fires a strike on the outside corner to Cody Bellinger. Avila right back with the 0-1. Breaking ball down low, 1-1. Bellinger 0 for 2. Avila on in relief last inning for the starter, Ben Lively. Worked out of a jam, the 1-1. And it's outside and low for ball two. John Kenzie Noel made a great catch of a sinking liner to right field off the bat of Seiya Suzuki. And that catch ended the inning and saved at least one run, probably two, as there's a swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 on Bellinger. Noel was just getting started, bottom of the inning. He launched a 3-run home run that put the Guardians in front. Now the 2-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Fairly deep under it is Kwan, who makes the catch for the first out in the inning. Let's pause. 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back at Progressive Field downtown Cleveland. Isak Paredes, the batter, takes a strike from Avila. It's 0-1. Johnny Goldsmith, our on-site engineer. Brian Matze up the street at Command Center. Guardians leading the Cubs 4-3 in the fifth inning. The 0-1. And that's swung on and drilled to center, but right there, Tyler Freeman, who makes the catch. And there's two down quickly here in the fifth. And, wait, Tom, you look at John Kenzie Noel and the impact he's made, and he's doing it without regular playing time. And I say so often how difficult that is for a young player.
He's one of the few guys on this team that can change the game with one swing of the bat. There are not that many guys on this club that can do that. He can, and you're right.
Nico Horner, the batter, takes a strike.
These guys have always played every day when they're young in the minors, in the big leagues. Tough adjustment for him, but boy, he never complains.
Here's the 0-1, and that's a tapper foul, first base side.
And Rosie, the thing now that kind of gets lost in all of this, he changed the complexion of the game for Cleveland defensively. That's two more runs, and maybe this game is over if he doesn't make that catch, because it would have been 5-0. That's different mindset on the mound then for the Cubs.
Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. I know you enjoy talking to outfield coach J.T. McGuire. He lights up when you mention Noel's name.
He said, in his mind, he's a better outfielder than first baseman.
Next pitch to Horner, swung on, ripped to third, caught by Ramirez. Side retired in order. There were some loud outs, but Avila got the job done. We head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 4-3, Cleveland in front.
Valley Automotive Group is everywhere. Shop valleysuperstore.com for your next Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or...
Sports tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3. WTAM 1100.
Guardians up 4-3 as we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning, and Tyler Freeman will lead things off. Shota Imanaga goes back to work. Here's his pitch, and it's swung on and fouled back for strike one. Well, it was a 4-run fourth inning that turned the game around, and because it happened in the fourth, we're giving away tires tonight in the Conrads Score 4, Win 4 new tires contest. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled straight back for strike two. Gerald Nemus, congratulations. He's from Elyria. He wins a set of 4 Bridgestone tires courtesy of Conrad's, because the Guardians scored 4 runs in the fourth inning. Here's the 0-2. Freeman takes it up high for a ball. John Kenzie Noel with the 3-run home run that turned this game around. Guardians had been trailing 3-0 heading into the fourth. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball, sharply hit, but right at the shortstop. Swanson up with it, throws to first for the out. Austin Hedges will step in. Hedges singled his first time up, tried to stretch it into a double, and was thrown out back in the third inning. Get you the injury report this half inning, presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here comes the pitch to Hedges, and it's swung on, ripped to third, past Paredes in the left field. Hedges will make the turn, and he'll park it this time at first base. And that's a single for Hedges. But another play where, gosh, it looked like Paredes wanted no part of that. On a ball that skipped past him on the short hop. He's here for his bat for the Cubs. And last inning, his error led to 4 unearned runs. Top of the lineup, Stephen Kwan steps in. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's lifted high and deep to right. This has a chance, and it's gone. Another home run. Kwan goes deep, and the Guardians tack on here in the 5th inning. 6-3 Cleveland. Kwan with his 13th home run of this season.
Well, and that's his new approach. Early in the count, pitch middle end. He's not looking to get a base hit. He's looking to do damage.
Now Lane Thomas steps in. Swung on, fouled back. Tom, if I told you in spring training Kwan would hit 13 home runs and August wouldn't be done yet, what would you have said?
Well,
maybe.
I would have asked, what's in your coffee?
Here's the 0-1, and it's down low. He checked his swing.
Those of us that are Irish would call that Irish coffee you were drinking back in Goodyear, but maybe you call it cream.
Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, and that's skied to center fairly deep, but room out there for the center fielder Armstrong, who makes the catch.
I think, though, Rosie, it tells you, again, that a little guy, that everybody, the analytics people in the baseball world, and look, analytics are a huge part of our game. I never mean this disparagingly, but an analytics person would look at his exit velo and all of that and say, I don't know. It shows you there's more to this game if a guy gets better.
Jose Ramirez lines one to right, and that's a base hit.
I mean, he worked on it all winter. He got physically stronger. He worked on a different mindset with his approach early in the count. And it's proof that this is why the game is played with players. And what you can't ever measure is a guy's heart. Mm-hmm. And man, he's got it.
David Fry, the batter. Throw to first, back safely is Ramirez. And when I say it, we would have never expected this in spring training because the track record didn't indicate this type of home run power for Stephen Kwan, but for all the reasons you mentioned, he's having that kind of year. On the move at the pitch is Ramirez. The throw down is not in time. Stolen base, Jose Ramirez. That's his 26th on the season. By the way, a couple of home runs here in the last 2 innings. Brought to you by our friends at Uncle Charlie's Sausage. Uncle Charlie's, the official sausage of the Cleveland Guardians. Craig Counsell's out of the dugout. I don't know if he wants to challenge this. Let's see. Yep.
Okay, Chicago's challenging to stay called second base.
And we'll see if the call stands. As it stands right now, the Guardians have yet another runner in scoring position with a 6-3 lead here in the 5th inning. A game that Imanaga, and you get the feeling he's done this a lot this year, kind of putting the crowd and the opposition to sleep with a good start to his game, but the Guardians broke through with 4 runs last inning. And now the home run by Kwan, the 2-run shot here in the 5th. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-3 Cleveland lead, and they're still working on it. And the Cubs are awaiting the verdict on the stolen base attempt. The fans seem to think that the call should stand, and that's the key. Here we go.
After review, the call is confirmed. The runner is safe, and Chicago will lose their challenge.
Well, the call is confirmed. The Cubs lose.
Challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when you can see it on the scoreboard, a lot of times we get different angles on our monitors here in the booth, but pretty good angle on the scoreboard seemed to indicate he got the hand in there, and that was confirmed in New York. Here's the 1-0 to Fry, outside and high, 2-0. Big game for both teams. Really everything down the stretch now as the Guardians try and protect that lead in the American League Central Division. And the Cubs trying to wedge their way into the wild card picture further. Next pitch to Fry. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 the count on David Fry. 2 down in the inning. Ramirez at second. The pitch.
Swung on line, left field line, and it's a fair ball into the corner. Here comes Ramirez. He will score. On his way to second is Fry. The slide, the tag, and he's out. Fry tried to stretch it. Ramirez scored. The run counts. And the Guardians have another big inning. 3 runs on the board that inning, and we'll head to the 6th. Cleveland 7, Chicago 3.
Brilliant Electric Sign Company is Northeast Ohio's largest full-service sign company, serving their clients for over 95 years. Brilliant designs, fabricates, and installs. A wide range of... AM 1100.
Well, on a rare night in which Ben Lively struggled, and we've hardly ever seen that this year, Cleveland's taking him off the hook. And what a job by Pedro Avila, who gets Swanson to tap the first pitch foul, third base side, strike 1. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Matze, and Johnny Goldsmith. Cleveland 7, the Cubs 3, 6th inning. The pitch is upstairs, a slider, 1-1. Ben Lively went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, walked 4, struck out 1. Avila has shut the door since coming on. The pitch outside, ball 2, 2-1, and now you've given this bullpen the lead going into the 6th Now it's a thin bullpen out there tonight as Tim Herron begins to throw. Avila misses low 3-1. You don't have the same number of available arms that you normally have because of the usage this weekend. The 3-1 swing and a roller, jam job to third, gobbled up by Ramirez, throws over for the out. This really seems to be Avila's bread and butter. When he can come into a long man scenario, he has done a great job bridging the gap. And tonight, he's faced 5 and got them all. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. He had a solo homer right down the right field line his last time up. Cubs actually led this game 3-0 in the middle of the fourth. The pitch and a curveball strike. 2-run homer to right center by Ian Happ in the third. Solo homer down the right field line by this man, Pete Crow Armstrong. In the fourth, it was 3-0 Chicago. Pitch outside with a changeup, 1-1. Cleveland took the lead in the fourth inning on a Josh Naylor 2-out RBI single. The 1-1, swing and a miss, another good change. And then a 2-out mammoth 3-run homer to the porch and left by John Kenzie Noel. All of those runs were unearned due to the error by Isak Paredes. Then 3 more in the fifth. Stephen Kwan, a 2-run bomb to right. David Fry, an RBI single. Now the pitch, swing and a miss on a hook. Crow Armstrong is the first strikeout for Avila. 2 down in the sixth inning. Cleveland with a 7-3 lead. And the best bullpen in baseball, normally when they get to this point, it's lights out for the opposition. And what Avila is doing is, in essence, as he delivers to Amaya, a swing and a foul back, in a lot of ways, this is like a starter getting you through 6 because he's been able to bridge it to potentially the final 3 innings for the back end of Cleveland's bullpen. The 0-1 check swing down and in. And, Rosie, we know how great the back end of the bullpen is, but the back end of the bullpen can't be great if the rest of the bullpen doesn't do its job. And these are the guys that don't maybe get enough pub. The pitch swung on and missed, another change. The Avilas, the Eli Morgans, the Peter Strzelecki's, they're the guys that give those back-end guys a chance to really shine late.
And that's the key. I think everyone has said it's an 8-man bullpen, and they include all 8.
Now the 1-2. Swing and a foul off to the right. Well, the Guardians are proud to partner with Cleveland Cliffs. That's America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com. 7-3 Cleveland. We're in the 6th inning on a gorgeous night off the lakefront. The pitch. Up high, 2-2. Tomorrow night, Matthew Boyd makes his Cleveland debut and first outing since a year ago. Javier Assad for the Cubs. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball got him. Avila perfect in 2 1/3 innings tonight. And it stays 7-3 Cleveland. Middle of the 6th.
Hey, sports fans.
Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Bill Wills. We'll catch up with Jim Rosenhaus, talk about the game at 8:45 in the morning. News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Josh Naylor will open it up for Cleveland, and the Cubs will go to their bullpen now. So they got 5 innings from Shota Imanaga, but he came in here with a record of 9-2 and an ERA of just a tad over 3, but it didn't go well. And Cleveland spanked him with a long ball tonight, and the Guardians lead it 7-3 as Josh Naylor steps to the plate to face Nate Pearson, and the pitch down and in, ball 1. Boy, when you get to Shota Imanaga, that is mammoth with the kind of year he's had, but once again, Cleveland doing it to a left-handed starter. The pitch, swing and a miss. Cleveland is baseball's best team when a left-hander has started this year. Cleveland 25-9 against southpaws. The pitch, down and in, called a strike, 1-2. And they did it again tonight to one of the best left-handers in the game this year, Shota Imanaga. Now the pitch. Naylor looks at a pitch down low. That'll even the count. So Imanaga goes 5 innings. He gives up all 7 runs. 4 were unearned. He allowed 7 hits. He gave up 2 bombs, struck out 3, walked 1. That pitch misses, full count.
7 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk.
Nate Pearson, we've seen him before with the Blue Jays. Big right-handers ready. And now time called as Naylor steps away.
Pitches, 56 strikes, 8-1, 5-6.
Nate Pearson, 6'6", 255, 27 years of age. Now his 3-2, swing and a miss, letter high heat, 98 miles per hour. And Naylor, who got a clutch 2-out RBI single back in the 4th inning, is out number 1. That base hit by Naylor not only put Cleveland on the board, but it gave this man a chance to swing it. And John Kenzie Noel hit a 2-out, 3-run homer, 400 feet onto the porch and left. His 7th home run, 15 RBIs. The pitch, swings and drives this one. Deep left field. It's got a chance. It is gone. The big man has a multi-homer game. And the Guardians have an 8-3 lead. It looked like he was out on his front foot and hit a breaking ball.
378 feet, 378.
He is some kind of strong. And the Guardians now leading it 8-3. John Kenzie Noel, his first Major League multi-homer game, 4 RBIs, and the pitch fouled off to the left by Andres Jimenez. John Kenzie may see his name written in that lineup card a few more times, no matter who's pitching. The pitch, up high. He's hit a homer off a lefty. He's hit a homer off a righty. And the Guardians, with 3 home runs tonight, lead at 8-3 in the 6th inning. Andres Jimenez, 2 groundouts so far. Pearson's pitch, swung on line to left field, near the line, on the run, reaching out and snagging it. Ian Happ on a dead sprint to the foul line. He got a good read on it. Nice play by Happ. 2 down for Tyler Freeman. Well, here are Nate Pearson's numbers this year with Toronto and with the Cubs. 45 appearances, including tonight. 1 win, 2 saves, ERA 5.36. He's now given up 10 home runs, which is kind of hard to believe with his stuff. The pitch down and in, ball 1 to Tyler Freeman. Pearson throws mid to upper 90s with a fastball, curveball, slider. He's ready. The pitch, and it's popped up by Freeman. Playable. First baseman Bush, straddling the foul line halfway to home plate, retires Freeman. But John Kenzie Noel has his first 2-homer game in the big leagues. Cleveland 8 and the Cubs 3. 6 in the books on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Don't miss Wayside Furniture's pop-up clearance and customer appreciation days. Save on floor samples, returns, canceled orders, and
Tim Herron on to pitch for Cleveland. Now we go to the 7th. 8-3 Guardians. Cleveland 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors, nobody left. Cubs 3 runs, 5 hits and errors, 6 stranded. Top of the order, Ian Happ takes down an away ball 1. Happ, this is his first at bat, right-handed. 1 for 2 left-handed with a walk and a 2-run bomb to right center that went .429. The pitch. Outside again, ball 2, 2-0. See your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers. They've got great offers on most 2024 models. Boy, what a job by Pedro Avila. The pitch. In there, a strike, 2-1. Pedro Avila wiped out all 7 Cub hitters he faced, and that really stopped the Cubs' momentum. 2 1/3 perfect innings in relief, 2 strikeouts. Herron fastball cutter slider lets it fly, and the pitch is wide, 3-1. The rookie having a marvelous year, 55th appearance, 4-0 with a 1.90 ERA. If you missed the manager's news, not good in regards to Sam Henches. The pitch is in there, full count. You really wonder now, is Sam Henches' season over? He has a shoulder issue. And it's obviously a big red flag. He's getting a second opinion. The pitch is wide, and Happ with the leadoff walk with Cleveland up 8-3 in the 7th. So Cleveland's not ready to really discuss what the injury is, but it's serious enough that Sam is getting a second opinion. Now, I think all of us know that have ever been to a doctor before. If you've got a virus, you don't go get a second opinion. The pitch now to Patrick Wisdom, pinch hitting for Michael Bush. Right-handed hitter takes a strike. So, not going to speculate as to what the injury is, but if you're getting a second opinion, that would seem to make you think it could possibly have surgery as part of it. Wisdom takes a pitch up and away, but again, we're not going to get into a guessing game here, but it's serious enough that Sam Henches will get a second opinion on that shoulder, and, well, that doesn't look good for the rest of this season. The pitch, swing and a foul off to the right, 1-2 the count. And man, when you've got Sam Henches and Tim Herron out in that bullpen, those two twin towers from the left side, man. Wisdom batting .195, 6 homers, 20 RBIs. He swings and misses. Good breaking ball. Got him. That is out number 1. Runner stays at first. Cleveland leads 8-3. Here's Seiya Suzuki. Legacy Roofing is Ohio's premier roofing service provider. New roof or just a repair. Call 855-GUT-ROOF. Get a free estimate. Go to LegacyRoofingOH.com. Now the set in the pitch. Suzuki looks and takes a slider strike. Suzuki's one of those rare hitters in today's game. He really holds the bat away from his body. Kind of pushes it away, almost straight arms it. The pitch up high, 1-1. It's all about, though, wherever you start, everybody still has to get into that good hitting position. And Suzuki with 16 homers. Kind of a half-swing foul back in the count of 1-2. Well, if you're the Cubs and you're facing the best bullpen in baseball, this is a hard series because you don't see these guys any other time. And now the Cubs are down 5. The pitch, swing and a foul back. We'll do it again at 1-2. Cubs have won 4 in a row. But Cleveland taking them to the woodshed tonight with 3 home runs. The 1-2. Swing and a foul upstairs. We'll do it again at 1-2. The thing, too, about the Cubs, they have been baseball's best team in interleague play. They have an incredible record of 21-10 against the American League this year. The pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. Got a piece of his foot. Still a 1-2 count on Suzuki. And as I mentioned at the game's outset, the Cubs are in a 2-week stretch here where they're playing 14 consecutive games against the American League. Now, Cleveland against the National League this year, 15-14. Remember, this year you play 46 games against the other league. Eight to 3 Cleveland. Cubs batting, 7th inning, 1 out, 1 on, the 1-2. Swung on, chopped up the middle, base hit. Boy, Rocchio was playing way over toward third. That's normally a ball that he would get to as he took over at short this inning. But he was so pulled toward third, no chance on a routine bouncer. That goes into left center for a base hit. Ian Happ stops at second, and here's Cody Bellinger. Left on left, 0 for 3 tonight. So the Cubs have a pair on. 1 out in the 7th. Cleveland up 5. Scott Barlow warms in the Cleveland bullpen again. That bullpen's thin. Now the set. Now the delivery. And it's at the outside edge, a called strike. Boy, it'll be fun to watch Matthew Boyd tomorrow night. He has looked so good coming back from Tommy John surgery. Alex Cobb Wednesday night. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Boyd and Cobb have a chance to really fortify this rotation as really we're starting to get close to the stretch run. Now the 0-2 delivery. Swinging a liner towards short. Caught by Rocchio as he moved towards shallow left and angled toward third. Rocchio able to grab the Bellinger liner. 2 down, 2 on. Isaac Paredes trying to make up for a tough night at the plate. He'll face Scott Barlow. A pitching change here in the 7th with the Guardians on top of the Cubs 8-3.
Hey, Guardians fans, when it comes to your health and well-being, Medical Mutual is your hometown health insurer. That's why they offer Ohioans high-quality.
So the Guardians bring on Scott Barlow, the breaking ball specialist, curveball, slider, and fastball, mostly curveballs and sliders. It'll be righty-righty matchup with Isak Paredes, who's walked twice and lined out. 8-3 Cleveland. Cubs at first and second. 2 down in the 7th. Barlow making appearance number 55. 3 wins, 2 saves, ERA 3.74. Tim Aaron, 2/3 of a scoreless inning. Now Barlow's ready. Here it comes. And a breaking ball just missed outside a ball. Cubs have one left-handed batter left on their bench. That's Talkman. Now the 1-0 pitch from Barlow. Down low, 2-0. The next delivery, fastball strike, 90 miles per hour, 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 delivery, swing and a miss, good looking breaking ball, 2-2. Yeah, just heard from our good buddy Grayson Billings, listening to us out in Phoenix. The head of our travel department. He's the best, Grayson. He's a poet. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Cued it foul off the end of the bat. He feels like tonight we have heard the first Noel and then the second Noel.
If we ever get the 12 days of Christmas, wow, that would be a big game.
Stay cool out there, Grayson. Now the 2-2. Curve down and away, full count. So it's traveling time for Happ at second, Suzuki at first. Now the payoff delivery. Swing and a foul back and out of play. So we'll do it again at 3-2. If John Kinsey Noel ever runs around the bases with mistletoe hanging from the bill of his batting helmet, then we've got a story. Again, the 3-2 delivery. Swung on, hammered foul down the left side. We'll do it again at 3-2. 2 out, 2 on. Cleveland up 8-3 in the 7th. But as we saw in Minneapolis, things can get dicey in a hurry. Barlow a check of second, brings the hands up, chin high, lets it fly. And a swing and a foul back on a heater. We'll do it one more time at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Isaac Paredes awaiting pitch number 10 of the at-bat. Here it comes. Swing and a ball sliced foul down the right side. Boy, all of a sudden the last few days, it's been some incredible at-bats. Andres Jimenez had a 14-pitch at-bat in Minneapolis. This is 10 pitches and counting for Isaac Paredes. Here's pitch number 11. Hit him. A curveball that hit him in the leg, and the bases are loaded. Oh, boy. On an 11-pitch at-bat. That'll bring up Nico Horner. Well, and again, not that Scott Barlow can't get it done, but normally this is where you'd see Cade Smith. He's not going to be able to go tonight. Two out, bases loaded, 8-3 Cleveland. Horner, right-handed hitter, 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch, swing and a foul tapped at the plate. Strike 1. Started him off with a sinker. The problem for Barlow is right now, for the most part, hitters aren't even thinking about his fastball. He throws it so seldom, and so they're able to fight off a lot of those curveballs and sliders. And again, yeah, you might only throw 90, but if you're able to hit your spots, that is still your best weapon and can help maybe take the hitter off your off speed. Now Horner gets time from home plate umpire Mark Rippinger. Cubs all over the joint. 2 down in the 7th. Cleveland with an 8-3 lead. Barlow's ready. Here it comes. Swing and a weak chopper to short. Charged by Rocchio. Gloves, bobbles, throws. Not in time. Run scores. 8-4. Bases stay loaded. That'll be a weak infield single. And that is RBI number 36 for Horner. Once he bobbled it at short, Rocchio had no chance. So Happ scores. Suzuki to third. Paredes to second. Horner with the infield RBI hit. And here's Dansby Swanson, capable of tying this game. 0 for 3. Takes a breaking ball way outside. Ball 1. Peter Strzelecki is warming in the Cleveland pen. And again, that gives you an idea where Cleveland's at bullpen-wise tonight. The 1-0 pitch. Outside corner strike. And again, that's not to diminish Peter Strzelecki. It's just you're not normally seeing him in a ball game in the 7th inning. Unless it's a different score than this, but certain guys are down tonight. The 1-1. Swung on, foul deep, but down the right side out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dansby Swanson. At one time, the number 1 pick in the draft by Arizona. And then they traded him to Atlanta. And he had a great run with the Braves, but then got a monster contract as a free agent to sign with the Cubs. And as good a player as he is, the Braves just keep rolling. Bases loaded, 2 down, 7th inning. Cleveland 8, Chicago 4. Swanson awaiting the 1-2 pitch from Barlow. Here it comes. Down low, threw him a curveball, blocked by Henches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, it just feels like right now Barlow is just trying to be perfect with his pitches on the corners. That's a tough way to pitch because it doesn't give you much margin for error. The right-hander's ready. Here it comes. Swung on, line drive, base hit to left, down the line and on its way to the wall. That is going to score Suzuki, and Paredes corner is coming home. Throw to the plate, slide. The ball goes to the backstop. Barlow didn't back it up. Henches goes to the backstop to get it. On his way to third is Swanson. It's a one-run game. That'll be a 3-run double and a throwing error, and it's an 8-7 ball game. And that'll be all for Scott Barlow. We'll be back.
Hey, Guardians fans, when it comes to your health and well-being, Medical Mutual is your hometown health insurer. That's why they offer Ohioans high-quality health insurance plans with access to the hospitals and doctors you know and trust. Plus, dental, vision, life and disability, and wellness plans to help you achieve and maintain your health. To learn more about individual, Medicare, and employer plans, visit medmutual.com. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians and everything you love.
It's Doing, Gone, the official ice cream of the Cleveland Guardians from Perry's Ice Cream. Doing, Gone is a home run combination of chocolate cookie dough ice cream.
A 1.64 ERA. Strzelecki, low 90s, fastball, cutter, slider change. Pete Crow Armstrong with a tying run 90 feet from home, 2 down. Ramirez in on the grass at third. The pitch is outside, a changeup. Crow Armstrong, a solo homer to right in 3 trips to the plate. He's a graduate of the University of South Florida, Pete Strzelecki. He delivers, and a swing and a miss. Kept that ball in on the hands. Strzelecki back and forth on I-71 to Columbus this year, but he's done a nice job. But he's never been called upon in this scenario before. The pitch, swing and a foul off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't pitched in games like this ever before, but I'm talking about with Cleveland's deep bullpen this year, he's never been asked to protect a 1-run lead in the 7th inning. 8th man to bat for the Cubs is at the plate. Strzelecki lets it fly. And a swing and a foul through the first base coaching box. We'll do it again at 1-2. Weird ball game. Cleveland, its bullpen has given up 4 runs tonight. And Imanaga gave up 7 for the Cubs. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. This is playable. Third base side foul. Jose Ramirez there. The third baseman made the catch. Strzelecki got it done. It's stretch time at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario with the score. Cleveland 8 and the Cubs 7 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIbenefitplan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
Guardians.
Like the Guardians, SwageLock is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. For more than 75 years, we've been developing fluid system products and solutions for some of the most demanding high-stakes global industries. SwageLock is consistently recognized as a top workplace, and we strongly support manufacturing and STEM careers through educational partnerships, community outreach, and workforce development. Plus, we're a key supporter of the Guardians STEM Day. Discover more at SwageLock.com. SWAGELOK. And go Guardians!
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
How you find out how a guy is feeling. About 10 minutes ago, we thought that was kind of a moot point.
Boy, and he had to work hard yesterday. It'd be interesting to see if he can go.
Merriweather has the mid-90s fastball, a slider, the changeup, and the right-hander delivering. Austin Hedges with 2 hits tonight, fouls it out of play. That is strike 1. So the Guardians, with 8 runs on 8 hits, the Cubs 7 runs on 8 hits. Cleveland's hit 3 home runs tonight. The pitch to Hedges, and it's high, 1-1. Merriweather's another guy that throws hard, mid-90s. The right-hander comes set, hands held, chest high, lets it fly, and a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Julian Merriweather, 6'4", 215 pounds. Claimed off waivers from Toronto. This guy was originally a Cleveland Indians minor leaguer. Pitch leans him back, 2-2. The Cleveland Indians drafted him in the 5th round in 2014. Merriweather with the 2-2. Outside corner, strike 3 call. 1 down. Top of the order, Stephen Kwan. Pop up, walk, and a 2-run homer to right. Merriweather was in the minor leagues for Cleveland, but did not pitch in the Indians farm system in 2018. He had Tommy John surgery, and he eventually was part of the Josh Donaldson trade with Toronto. In there, a strike to Stephen Kwan. He's pitched for Toronto. Last year was in 69 games with the Cubs, had a 3.38 ERA, 98 strikeouts last year in 72 innings. Kwan backs away from a ball inside, 1-1 the count. Merriweather has basically spent most of this year on the injured list with a shoulder strain. That's why this is only game number 10. He's ready. Here it comes. And Kwan takes downstairs a ball, 2-1. Nate Pearson, he worked one inning and gave up the solo homer to John Kenzie Noel. The other 7 runs coming off Shoto Imanaga. Merriweather just misses outside. 3-1. Stephen Kwan hitting his 13th home run. Now the pitch. Breaking ball down and in. He walked him. So Kwan has been on base 3 times tonight. And so he'll start the inning. One down. Kwan tries to get this inning started with that 1-out walk. And the batter will be Lane Thomas. Bangs one on the ground to short. Should be 2. Swanson to second. 1. Warner turns it. 7 in the books. 8-7 Cleveland on the Cleveland Guardians Radio Network.
The J.M. Smucker Co. makes food that appeals to every generation of people and pets. Its brands are a staple in consumers' pantries nationwide through its iconic product.
WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Michael Tauchman, a one-time New York Yankee, will pinch hit. Top of the 8th, 8-7 Cleveland. Left-handed batter. The righty, Peter Strzelecki, came in, got the last out last inning, almost hit him with the first pitch. Ball 1. Tauchman, a .247 hitter, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. The next pitch, and he pulls it foul through the first base coaching box to even the count. We'll get you a station ID here in a moment.
Eli Morgan up for Cleveland.
Eli Morgan now warming in the Cleveland bullpen. We're in the 8th inning. Cleveland had an 8-3 lead, now 8-7. The pitch swung on, yanked to right, but he hooked it foul. Let's take that station ID right now.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
1-9.
Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze, and Johnny Goldsmith with you as the pitch outside a ball. They said Eli Morgan was warming up, but that's not Eli Morgan. It's Nick Sandlin up in the Cleveland bullpen. 8-7 Cleveland, 8th inning. Tauchman leading off. The pinch hitter takes a little bit low. Full count. Ian Happ, then Patrick Wisdom. At Westside Toyota, it's all about you. They'll treat you like family because that's the way they want to be treated. Now the payoff pitch. Fouled back and out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. Visit Westside Toyota. They're on Lorraine Road in North Olmsted or online at westsidetoyota.com. Cleveland 8, the Cubs 7. 8th inning. In front of 25,619. Now the 3-2. Got him swinging. Foul tipped it into the catcher's mitt. One down. Top of the order now. And the dangerous Ian Happ celebrating his 30th birthday today. He hit a 429-foot homer with a man on to right center in the third. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. The pitch, a little outside, ball 1. Ian Happ, he played collegiately at the University of Cincinnati. Pittsburgh kid. Happ takes down low, 1-1. He's played both the outfield and second base, both in college and in the major leagues. Happ leads this club in homers and RBIs, and he leads off. He takes high and wide, 3-0 the count. Now, you can't start walking people in the 8th inning. But Strzelecki trying to be careful not to have the game tied on him. The pitch, bullseye, or is it? Wow. Must have missed outside, ball 4. Well, we may see Nick Sandlin. Here comes the manager, Stephen Vogt. We've got another timeout, and Nick Sandlin, who's been scuffling lately, is going to try to get that turned around and keep Cleveland up 8-7 as we go to break.
You give your whole heart to your child. So if something unthinkable happened to theirs, whose hands would you trust to care for it? Hands like ours at Cleveland Clinic Children's, Northeast Ohio's nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital. The hands that specialize in pediatric heart care.
Nick Sandlin's on to pitch for Cleveland. The sidewinder with a sinker slider splitter. It's an 8-7 Cleveland lead. But what was once an 8-3 game is now a white knuckler. Nick Sandlin, this appearance for him, his 52nd, 6-0 with a save, a 3.86 ERA. Boy, I'd love to use that sinker right here and get a double play ball off the bat of Patrick Wisdom and end the inning. Runner at first, 1 down, righty-righty matchup. Wisdom takes a splitter down low for ball 1. A lot of split fingers from Nick Sandlin as of late. The next delivery. A swing and a miss. Good splitter there. 1-1 the count. Patrick Wisdom came on to pinch hit, struck out, stayed in the game at first, batting $193, 6 homers, 20 RBIs. Sandlin firing to first and back with a dive is Happ. Happ does have 8 steals. Austin Hedges, a very good throwing catcher. Now the 1-1. Swung on, drilled to left, down the line it goes, fair ball into the corner. Happ is on his way to third. Quan got to it quickly. In standing with a double is Wisdom. Now the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. And Seiya Suzuki to the plate, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Well, the Cubs are taking advantage of a night where the bullpen for Cleveland doesn't have many guys able to go because of heavy usage. And now the infield is in. 8-7 Cleveland. Second and third, 1 out. Suzuki the batter. The pitch. And it's at the knees, a strike with a split finger. We're just not used to seeing this, and it's happened now a few days in a row where the other teams come back against the Cleveland bullpen. The pitch. Swing and a cue shot off the end of the bat at first. It goes foul, or that would have tied the game. Cleveland's bullpen, the most dominant in the game, but some of those dominant arms not available tonight. This year when Cleveland has had the lead after 7 innings, their record is 58-2. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second, 1 down in the 8th, infield in. Now the 2-strike pitch to Suzuki. Swing and a little bloop foul off to the right. We'll do it again at 0-2. Well, there was no panic yesterday. What a job by Emmanuel Clase. When the Twins had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 9th, he got a strikeout and a game-ending double play. Now the set, now the pitch, and it just missed up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seiya Suzuki. 16 homers, 54 RBIs, outfield, medium deep, playing him the other way toward right. The pitch to him. Way outside, and a bounce and a pick on a backhanded play by Hedges. 2-2 the count. What a play by the catcher. Suzuki is in his 3rd year with the Cubs. Had 20 bombs a year ago. Now the pitch. Swings and sends this one in the air to fairly deep center. We'll have a tie game. Caught. Happ tags, goes in standing. Tagging going to third is Wisdom. 8-8 ball game. Suzuki's 55th RBI. And another inherited run has scored. So 2 down. Now the go-ahead run at third. And the batter will be Cody Bellinger. Boy, do you put this guy on? A left-handed hitter with Isaac Paredes on deck. That's what Carl Willis is coming out to talk about. Catcher Austin Hedges heading to the mound as well. Cody Bellinger, a left-handed batter. He's been red hot. Isaac Paredes is dangerous as well, but the numbers would indicate you want to go righty-righty and not challenge Bellinger. Meanwhile, Houston has a 6-1 lead on Tampa Bay. They're in the 9th inning. Houston trying to win its 6th in a row. They're tied with Seattle for the lead in the West. Red Sox leading Texas 3-1 in the 6th. Minnesota with a 6-2 lead on Kansas City. They have played 5 innings, a 6-run second inning for the Minnesota Twins. That's Brady Singer having a rare off game tonight. Well, the decision was made, and as one would suspect, Bellinger's intentionally walked. So now, runners at the corners, 2 down, 8-8 game, as the Cubs have rallied from a 5-run deficit going into the 7th inning to tie it here in the 8th. Isaac Paredes, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a line out. Right-hander against right-hander. Sandlin's pitch, bullseye, 0-1 the count.
Jorge Lopez up.
The thing you got to remember about the Cubs, their bullpen's fully ready to go. They had an off day on Sunday. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Cubs, White Sox, Cardinals, Royals all played 2-game series on Friday and Saturday, and all 4 teams had a almost unheard of day off on a Sunday. So the Cubs bullpen in a lot better shape than the Guardians pen here tonight. 8-8 our score, 8th inning. Cubs at the corners, 2 down. Paredes down in the count, 0-2. Sandlin's ready. Here it comes. Runner goes, pitch outside, no throw. So Bellinger's 6th stolen base.
Number 6.
So now the Cubs with 2 big runners in scoring position in a tie game. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And Paredes, way outside, took a slider that lunging across his body with a backhanded grab was Austin Hedges. He's looked like one of those gold medalist gymnasts from the Olympic Games in Paris with the acrobats he's doing behind the plate this inning. Now the 2-2. In the dirt, knocked down by Hedges. Like a hockey goalie that time. And now a full count. Hedges has saved 2 runs from scoring on back-to-back pitches. Wow. Full count now on Paredes. 2 down, 8-8 in the 8th, 2nd and 3rd occupied. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. But the Cubs have come from 5 back. We are deadlocked at 8. Middle of the 8th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Cleveland Cliffs American-made steel touches every part of our lives. It's the steel in automobiles moving us around town.
Win tickets after 8:30 tomorrow morning. Nibble. WTAM 1100.
Jose Ramirez leads off the bottom of the 8th. We've got a new game tied at 8. He'll bat left-handed and a changeup from right-hander Julian Merriweather. His second inning of work. And Ramirez takes it, strike one. 1 for 3 with a single, swinging left-handed. Merriweather's pitch, and it's swung on, fouled down the left side, lower deck, 0-2. Emmanuel Clase warming in the Cleveland bullpen. Ramirez trying to give Cleveland the lead back. Cubs led this game 3-0. Cleveland led this game 8-3. Now 8-8 in the 8th. Now the set, now the delivery. Way outside a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Merriweather's ready. Here it comes, and Ramirez tops one foul through the first base coaching box. Still a 1-2 count. John Kenzie Noel with a pair of home runs to left tonight. A 3-run blast, a solo homer. Stephen Kwan, a 2-run homer to right. There's 6 of the 8 runs. Now the pitch. Swung on, ripped to deep right field. Down the line it goes. It'll take one bounce, go up against the wall. Ramirez going for 2. He's on his way, sliding with a double. That's number 26. For arguably the best all-around player in baseball. Here's David Fry being called back. Will Brennan will take over the DH duties, a left-handed hitter. David Fry tonight was 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Cubs only have 1 left-hander in their bullpen. As we'll have a meeting on the mound. That's Drew Smiley, the veteran. And now the Cubs will have a meeting of minds. And so the Guardians and the Cubs in a ball game now that is tied at 8. And the Cubs have come all the way back from being 5 down, and I just don't want this thing to slip away, but the feeling's mutual as far as Cleveland's concerned. So here we go. Will Brennan to pinch hit, batting .243, 8 homers, 25 RBIs. He will not be bunting. You wouldn't think. Brennan does not have a sac bunt. Now the set, now the pitch. A swing and a pop-up. Foul. Third base side, near the tarp and off the netting.
2/3, 1 strikeout.
Each team 8 runs, 9 hits. The Cubs have left 9 men on. Cleveland has not stranded a base runner. Outfield spread out, medium deep. The corner infielders have backed up a little bit now. The 0-1 to Brennan, and it's over but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Will Brennan, as a pinch hitter, has gone 2 for 5. The next delivery, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Imperative that Brennan, some way, somehow, get Ramirez over to third. That's the go-ahead run. Here's the pitch by Merriweather. Swing and a foul off. Oh, my. a wicked changeup, and Brennan did a great job just to get a piece of it. Julian Merriweather. He's ready. Here it comes. Swung on a chopper toward short. Backhanded off the glove of Swanson. Kicks into left. Ramirez on his way to third. Jose Ramirez had to hold up because Swanson in the hole went to a backhanded sliding attempt, and the ball kicked off his glove, went into left, or Jose would have been able to score if he thought there was any chance of that ball getting through. Brennan gets credit for a base hit, and the Guardians have runners at the corners with nobody out, and Will Brennan delivers his third pinch hit of the season. Well, the Cubs defensively on the infield, that left side tonight has not made the plays. Now the Cubs bring the infield up. Josh Naylor 1 for 3, an RBI single. Game tied at 8. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. A swing and a high chopper over the head of Paredes. Into left field, a base hit. That'll put Cleveland up 9-8. Josh Naylor with an opposite field kangaroo bounce over the head of Paredes at third and into left. His second RBI tonight, giving him 87 on the year, and just like that, Cleveland is back on top, 9-8, and they've got a chance to blow it open again. Craig Counsell will make a pitching change, and we'll be back.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As leaders in heart, neurology, and cancer, the future of specialty care is happening right now.
News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Well, here comes another hard thrower. We've seen a lot of this guy down through the years. Jorge Lopez, fastball, sinker, curve, slider, change, mid-90s. 9-8, Cleveland has bounced right back after blowing a 5-run lead to get a double from Ramirez and then singles from Brennan and Josh Naylor, back up 9-8. And for Jorge Lopez, he has been with the Cubs and the Mets this season. 43 appearances total, 2 wins, 2 saves, 2.45 ERA. And here comes John Kenzie Noel. His first multi-homer game of the year. 3-run blast to the porch, solo homer to the bleachers in left both times. The pitch, fastball strike. Brennan at second, Naylor at first. Cleveland back up 9-8. Nobody out in the 8th. Emmanuel Clase will work the 9th. The set, the pitch. Outside corner strike. I mean, perfect pitch on the outer edge. 0-2. Noel got his home runs tonight off Imanaga, and he got the other one off Pearson, so a lefty and a righty. Now the set and delivery. Swing and a foul tip. Not hung on to. Or is? The catcher thought it sounded like a foul tip, but evidently it wasn't. Man, up here it sounded like a foul tip, but it actually hit the catcher's mitt. That was the sound we heard up here. And it's the strikeout. So Noel, out number 1. Lopez just went at him with the hard stuff. Here's Andres Jimenez. Again, first and second, now 1 down. Cleveland with a 9-8 lead. Jimenez 0 for 3. Now the set and the pitch. Swing and a chopper to second. Horner to second. There's one. Swanson relay. Inning over. Guardians lead 9-8. Ninth is next.
Hey, Cleveland, hit a home run with your roof. If recent storms have left your roof, siding, or gutters feeling more like Swiss cheese than a shield, it's time to call in the pros at Roofsmith Restoration. We're offering free inspections to catch any storm damage, whether it's a shingle slip.
Cats asked for by name. The Boom Daddy Show, Cleveland's afternoon news, talk, and sports. Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3. WTAM 1100.
Well, Emmanuel Clase for the third day in a row is going to try to nail it down. What a wild one here at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario. And Cleveland with the lead, 9-8. Nick Sandlin finished up that 8th, so he went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a base hit, walked a batter, struck out a batter. Emmanuel Clase, since May 20th, 22 consecutive saves. Nico Horner the batter, and the pitch is in there. Front door cutter. Clase, 80% cutters, 20% sliders. Game's best closer, 35 saves, an ERA of .66. The pitch, slider up, 1-1. Clase this year, 4 earned runs and 7 walks allowed in 54 innings. He fires, swing and a jam job rolled up the middle. The shortstop, Rocchio, gloves, throws, 1 down. Well, this is one of those games where you've invested so much of your bullpen, you just have to find a way to win it. 6 different relievers tonight have worked since the 4th inning. Cleveland trailed 3-0. Cleveland led 8-3. Cubs tied it at 8, now 9-8. Cleveland, 9th inning. Dansby Swanson, a 3-run double, fouls off that pitch. His 3-run double in the 7th inning got the Cubs back in this game. Right-handed hitter with power. 9-8 Cleveland. What a ball game. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. By the way, Byron Buxton left tonight's Minnesota-Kansas City game. Struck out. No word as to why he left the game, but that's not good for the Twins. The pitch. Got him swinging. Swanson couldn't catch up to the cutter. 2 down in the ninth. 9-8 Cleveland. Clase looking for his 23rd consecutive save. Pete Crow Armstrong 1 for 4, solo homer to right. Cleveland 9, Cubs 8, ninth inning, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul to the upper deck, strike 1. 25,000 plus on their Carnegie in Ontario. The set. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. Last strike for the Cubs. 0-2 on Crow Armstrong. I'll tell you what, this is 3 days in a row. Heart-stopping games involving Cleveland. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clase again trying to save a 3rd consecutive day. In all of these games, incredible drama. Now the 1-2. A swing and a miss. Ball game. Clase notches his 23rd consecutive save. Cleveland with one of their wildest wins of the year. Knock off the Cubs 9-8.
You give your whole heart to your child. So if something unthinkable happened to theirs, whose hands would you trust to care for it? Hands like ours at Cleveland Clinic Children's, Northeast Ohio's nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital. The hands that specialize in pediatric heart care. So when their
Great save. You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate, the ride there, the ride home, and